This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
You think darkness is your ally?
Yeah, she's sitting right over there. Anyway, welcome. Just her small heart. Anyway, welcome back to Before the Bat. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, is...
Hey, y'all. It's Lilith Hellfire.
And today we are back to discuss Knightfall Part 17 from Batman $4.99. That's right, it's on sale, $4.99.
How much the book cost? No, still in the 90s. It was only $125.
Exactly. This month, dang, it's on $4.99. Yes. 500 is fast approaching. Is that the amount? Oh, this is such a 90s story. The title is the Venom Connection.
And like, I don't know, man. They just keep drawing Tim Drake like a young Diedrich Bader, you know, from the Drew Carey show, and it's just starting to bother me at this point.
You live Jim Aparo alone.
That's the only character I have issue with. It's like, did he hate Tim? Is that what's up?
I don't know.
Because, like, he's supposed to be, like, 12, and he looks like, you know, Burt Ward. He looks like he's 40.
I mean, I guess he was just trying to make him look different than, like, Dick and Jason, but I don't know.
All right, let's get to it. Enough of that. Enough of my sidetracking tangents. My bad.
All right, so remember, it's last time we talked, a few weeks ago, Batman grabbed the mob boss, Tough Tony. Well, this one opens up with him just smacking him around.
Batman really loves to smack people around. I'm starting to think it's his kink.
Well, especially Jean Paul Valley. Opening splash page, just like backhanding him across the face. Do we understand each other?
Like, that's a closed-handed fist too, bro.
And who knows what that glove's made out of?
There's not no baby powder in that one for sure.
Probably Kevlar glove.
He's like, whatever you say. Just don't hit me again, Batman.
Robin's just like, there's no need to beat him. Like, he's like, turns around, you shut up.
You're gonna be next if you don't shut up.
Have you seen that
meme? You wanna get the Dick Grayson treatment?
Have you seen that meme? The whole idea of the Batman-Robin team is nothing but a bad joke. But yeah, Tough Tony. Yeah. You get it? Yeah, sure. You keep the other Dawns here long enough for me to convince Fane we're handing over the Union, so he hands over my kids. And when the release is set, you leave word right here, in that crack.
In that nice little long hole in the wall.
This abandoned building, I guess. Get out of here and start contacting Bane's people. I'll do it. You know I'll do anything to get my kids back. Oh, Lord. Jean Paul, forget your kids. You cross me on this, Tough Tony. I'll make you eat your eyes.
Okay, then. I mean, I would have said something else. Less delicious than eyeballs, but okay.
Well, this is a code, Comic Code Authority book still, Lilith Hellfire.
Yeah, unfortunately, that really, we have to talk about that one day on Capes, because things that ruin things, like the movie ratings and Comic Book Code Authority.
I know, but some of our favorite stories were under the code.
And just think how much better they could have been if they weren't.
True.
I love, like I said, I think Marvel really came into its own when it actually just said, you know what, screw you guys. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I love you. You're just like, yeah, I'd make him eat something worse than his eyes.
Like the penis. Like the penis.
It's a medical term. Don't at me. And don't tell Rob. Meanwhile, Bruce and Alfred are having fun.
In the cave, yeah, because remember, Tim's father and Dr. Plot Resolver have been kidnapped.
Oh no! Whatever are we gonna do?
But he memorized the license plate, and he has this mask he took off one of the kidnappers.
The first time I read this, I was just like, are those panties? What's going on here?
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Then Bruce is analyzing the blood because he hit the guy.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Well, wait, does the guy have malaria? There's an increased antibody count.
Right?
He didn't have malaria. He's been vaccinated against it. What third world poopy hole did this guy come from that he's been inoculated against malaria? Meanwhile, switch the Bane.
Rude.
Meanwhile, switch the Bane from Santa Prisca.
Exactly. Rude.
Just typing away on that computer.
Secretly, in my head, Batman is not a typist at all. He does the 2-finger technique. That's my headcanon.
Just really fast.
He keeps insisting it's the most efficient way when it's not. Like, I don't know why that's my headcanon, but it's just, I think it's because I grew up with Batman the animated series, and that computer is so clunky. Like that. I don't know. That just permeates my headcanon for some reason.
Why do you think he started using Oracle not too long after this?
Exactly. The kids know what these newfangled computers are about.
Tim, Barbara, you do this.
Yeah. So they're having their little discussions.
Yes, trying to track down where these guys could have gone. Yes, they've been vaccinated against malaria.
Meanwhile, our news exposition dump.
Well, remember, Bane likes TV, so we get another scene of Bane watching TV. As the news reveals, the Batman is indeed back in action.
Earlier, as you'll recall. Thanks, TV! What is this, Arrow?
Oh my. Yeah, so Bane's like,
Bird.
Bane, you got a minute? Well, we're gonna consolidate our hold on Gotham. Consolidate? And he's like, yeah, we like to use big words in prison, see? Consolidate, like tighten our grip. I question its use, not its meaning. Gotham's already mine.
Yeah, see?
Ooh, and Gotham's already only the beginning, so he was playing in the franchise, man. To expand.
Don't take that to frickin' Metropolis. Lex Luthor ain't having it, homie. He ain't having it. You would have got your butt handed until you tried that in Metropolis. He might hate Superman, but he loves Metropolis more.
Well, it's his.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, maybe it actually ain't. That's what prompted this conversation. Because now that Batman's back out there squeezing people, maybe even mob bosses. The Batman, yes.
The Batman!
I mean, nobody's seen Tough Tony Bressie for the Batman is not back. I love Bane.
He is but a mere imposter!
I love it. How did him busted up the Gotham Dome skybox? He may even know we have Bressie's kids stashed away.
I said it's not him!
It's nothing but
I did my job!
It's nothing but a costume.
Well, thank you. That's how we all feel at this point.
I broke the real Batman. I will crush this pretender.
Not if he shoots you first.
Oh! Crazy.
Is it, though?
Right. Zombies on the phone. Bressie just made contact, says the unions are ours. Once his kid's back. Boy, who would have thought?
I don't know about this, Bane.
I know, Bird. I don't know about this Bane of Batman.
All of a sudden, he's this nervous, pervish character. What the hell?
Why does this seem like a sitcom? Oh, Bane, I don't know.
Right?
Bane, I don't know about this. If Batman, it's not Batman. All right, whoever's in the bat outfit, what if he's using Bressie? Then you'll take Zombie and Trog and find out. And you supervise the return of the kids.
Meanwhile, in the Batcave.
Bruce and Alfred have discovered a rare strain of Malaria saccharum.
Okie dokie.
It's on the phone with somebody. She'll trace it for us, Alfred. If anyone can do it, she can. She can.
Thank you, Barbara.
And then we see Tim coming home, not too happy with
climbing through a hole. Cool beans.
Whoa. He goes upstairs. He's so tired, he just goes straight to bed.
Guess you got to find out your dad's missing, homie. Like,
well, he don't even know. He's just like, oh, dad must be.
I know, it's like, rude.
Dad must be asleep. Boy, that trail. If it was just you, Tim.
Talking about Azrael. Boo.
How about no?
How about no?
But he's thinking about how Jean Paul's crazy, and the same thing happened to Bruce when Cheese and Todd died.
Well,
the Batman
died for nothing, apparently.
The Batman
here in 2020.
The Batman started getting darker and darker without a Robin. Oh, so he's like, oh, Jean Paul needs me.
No, I'm sorry, Tim. He doesn't.
But what?
This poor kid's just clinging to anything he can.
But what if Jean Paul won't let me keep him sane?
Should I tell Bruce? He made a mistake. You're gonna get a backhand.
I was gonna say, Bruce don't like to hear he makes mistakes, kid. You know that.
Yeah.
Not while Bruce has enough on his mind, just trying to recover from a broken back.
And bruised pride.
Besides,
that's the biggest one of all that we don't talk about, but it's fine.
And he has his mind on other things right now.
Like Dr. Plot Resolver and her safe return.
In her healing hands.
Hands, sure.
Oh! Besides, he didn't make a mistake, not in the areas of skill and confidence. Other than Nightwing, Jean Paul's the only one who could wear that cape.
Somebody just get Dick on the damn phone! You're welcome.
Dad must be sound asleep for a change. Yep.
Here we go.
So he falls asleep while his dad's who knows where. So yeah, Bruce is waiting for the phone to ring, and there it is. It's Oracle. Never once did they even call her by name. It's just Oracle.
Rude.
I think this...
Like, you know that thing that we actually kind of sort of technically made canon, even though people hated it, but then came around to it, and then they reversed it? Yeah, Oracle.
Because I think this might be her first appearance in a Bat book since Killing Joke, maybe.
Is it really?
It might be, yeah, unless there was like an early appearance right after it.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, because she came back in Suicide Squad, and yeah, because I think this might be when they were starting to think about reintroducing her in the Bat books, but yeah.
You know, I really dig old school Batgirl, like when she was in Washington, D.C. and stuff. Like, I missed that part of Batgirl. Because they made her more mature, I guess.
What was she, a congresswoman?
I don't know, somebody to really look up to, you know? I don't know.
Well, if you want to ever talk any of those old Batgirl Robin, Dick Grayson Robin backups, I know someone who would talk to you about
whoever could it be
about that all day.
Diggity dank.
Somebody with a book, perhaps? I love talking with accomplished authors. I love it. But yeah.
Diggity dank.
All right, so he talks to Oracle, never once calling her Barbara.
Whoever could this redhead be?
I know. At first, I remember the first time I read this, I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, who's that? The specific vaccine is required by law for entry into only 9 different nations. 8
of them in Africa?
And Bruce is thinking, unless Bane... Again, he's thinking it's Bane, but it's not. Unless Bane is moving into something new, Africa's wrong. It doesn't fit his accent or the kidnapper, whose blood contains...
What's the 9th one? Is it in Latin America? Racist.
Yes, in a small island nation called Santa Prisca.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bruce, I know what it is. I've been to Santa Prisca. We'll have to
Have you, though?
Yes, Legends of the Dark Knight.
I know. Those don't count anymore, though.
Well, I guess it does, because they introduced Venom, so... The Venom connection. Maybe.
Venom is different now, too, though. Thank you, New 52.
Well, I know. New 52 really...
Everything's different
changed
now.
Everything, yeah. The Venom connection, maybe it is about drugs.
It's always about drugs, bro.
I love... Thank you, Oracle. That's all I needed.
We don't need to expand upon this anymore.
We haven't shown me talk to you as Oracle, but as ever, your assistance is invaluable.
And then we pull away to see the chair.
I know. She's like, I ask you to use it wisely to get well, not worse. What?
Oh, is that why they kind of sort of fell in love because they both spent time in wheelchairs? Is that what it was?
Oh, good Lord.
the worst, the darkest timeline, truly. I'm sorry I brought that up, Phil. I really regret that. Moving on.
But yeah, she's like, the chair is difficult. Unlike me, I hope that you, unlike me, can find your way out of it. Don't worry. One of these reboots will get you out of that chair. She knows.
Unfortunately.
She knows Alfred.
You know what? Honestly, I like Oracle better than I like the new Batgirl. Post New 52. I'll just say it.
It looked like, I mean, the Joker had control of the implant that lets her walk. In the new issue, she kind of had to rip it out. I thought they were going to, like, make her Oracle again, maybe. But nope, I think she's back up walking again already.
What is this, Arrow? When I could constantly say that, I don't think that's a good look for a story.
How about no?
Dean, sir, what does the Oracle not know?
She's the Oracle. That's why we call her Oracle. Get it?
Oh, that's when Jean Paul gets home.
Convenient.
Screech! Sorry, I didn't realize you'd be down here in your bat cave. I'm sorry.
In your home where you live and never leave unless it's under cover of night in a bat suit.
I didn't realize you'd be here in your man cave you built. Sorry. It's alright, Jean Paul. Alfred and I were just leaving. The cave is yours. And everything in it. Everything in it.
Get out! You went faster. Get out!
And everything in
it. Be gone, you foul man. Be gone.
No, this line, and everything in it. What? I didn't say anything about Harold, did I? What?
They might be too young for that.
Nothing, Bruce. It's just all so new to me. Somewhat overwhelming. But other than that, everything going well so far. The news is reporting a general decrease in crime, so it must be working. Yes, no problems at all so far. Just don't talk to Tim.
You and Robin just keep Gotham under control, see? I'll be out of this chair soon. I am rich after all. I'm probably just going to eat a baby and that blood will heal me.
Whoa.
That's the secret we don't talk about.
Couple babies, a couple sessions with Dr. Plot Resolver. I'll be good as new.
A little bit of Lazarus water that I stole the last time me and Roz had a good old kiki, yeah. Oh yeah, let's not forget the willpower to live, because we are channeling our inner Arrow, apparently.
Oh, if we're bringing Roz into this, couple Plot Resolver sessions, couple Talia sessions. I'll be good as new.
Couple Damien practices, yeah.
But just keep it that way and stay away from Bane. If he's still in Gotham. You think Bane may be gone? It's unlikely, but possible. I'm leaving right now to find out. You and Robin just keep Gotham under control. Let's go, Alfred. The Wayne Corp jet should be ready. Oh, by the time we've had our vaccinations.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of healing hands, wait till he sees what's waiting on the plane for him. Oh, Lord. Bruce isn't gone in like 2 seconds, and Jean Paul, mine.
Oh, mine, Harold.
Even as the fist, mine. Not his.
Look what I drew. Look what I'm going to make, Papa.
Yep, went into his system trance.
I got to make this suit my own, see?
Went into the system trance and drew up some schematics. Oh, look, see, I told you, look, he's already looking for Harold. Harold? All his tools and materials, but he's gone. Well, yeah, who wants to be near you? I wonder, I've got all day. If the system had planned the ability to design this, maybe it could actually build them.
You're not the Batman!
It's those clawed gloves. Yeah, who needs sleep?
Oh, God. That's me reading this whole freaking Knightfall saga. You're not the Batman, see?
Sorry. I'm looking into the specialized gloves to get that paper out of that crack.
He's like, I told you, I'm the captain now. Oh, God. I can't.
Look at the 90s. I needed some Spawn gloves, see?
Apparently. McFarlane, you might want to call DC and get some money. They're under new management. They might go for it.
Burn. Tough Tony freed his fellow Dons, but not until Bane agreed to hand over his children at the Salerno warehouse in an hour. Tim, that's the last place we go then.
Exactly.
This is it, Robin. The Batman's chance to bring down Bane. You're not the Batman. I'm not the old Batman, and I'm not going to fail.
Oh, man. Is Bruce being cheap? He's flying Southway. Is that like Southwest? I love Southwest. I rocks with Southwest, but I'm not a billionaire.
Well, no, I think that's where Selena's flying from.
I know. I'm just joking. Gotta save your pennies as a cat burglar.
Yeah. If it weren't for Bruce, you wouldn't even be a stand-in, and his orders are, I told you, I make the decisions now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, come on, just do it.
Only because Bruce's last one was a mistake. You think you can batter and smash your way to the goal, just like the one we're sworn to stop? And why not? Fighting fire with fire is, Tim, a sure way to create hell.
Tim's such weak sauce. Like, they hate Tim. I'm sorry. The writers hate Tim during this time, apparently. They're just mad they can't use Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
They're just taking it out on poor Tim. That's my theory. Prove me wrong. Change my mind.
I'm putting Thugs and Monsters out.
And then we got a Charles Xavier knockoff in here as well, you know.
Oh, who's Zombie?
Yeah, it's like...
Oh, yeah, I forgot Gene Paul was all, he's still not good enough. What? Because Killer Croc hurt me back how many weeks ago?
So many weeks ago. So many.
He just jumps in the car and takes off without Tim.
Rude.
Yes, but yeah, like you're saying, at the airport, we see a Miss Kyle trying to get a flight to Santa Prisca. But I guess they're all booked until Wednesday. What about a chartered flight?
You gotta have that baller money.
I can't get, well, it's funny, I've never heard of Santa Prisca, but of course I can't get you on there, but there's Bruce Wayne as a private plane flying out.
They would never tell, even back then they wouldn't tell you that.
I know.
Unless, you know, she's not even showing cleavage, so I really don't buy it.
I know, seriously. Get some.
Good Lord, who are you and how did you get?
I know this is the weird continuity because I think right at this point, Batman doesn't know who Catwoman is. So
yeah, it's the 90s mess.
Mm-hmm. My name is Selena Kyle, and we met at a charity function. I desperately need to reach Santa Prisca.
I'm sorry, Miss Kyle. Look at Alfred. If you don't get off my plane, wench.
If only you were a little younger.
Oh.
Please, Mr. Wayne, I can make it worth your...
She's like, back in the day, I used to be a dominatrix, you know.
I am still carrying a whip, you know.
We're terrible.
Alfred, can you spend the whole trip in the cockpit, please? Thank you.
Right? Why did they just have Alfred fly in the plane? Because apparently Alfred can do anything. Oh, wait, we're not at that point just yet. Where Alfred can do anything.
Alfred, can you go fly the plane? Or at least close your eyes for the entire trip? Thank you.
Close your eyes and dream of England, Alfred.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
On this plane, money will get you nowhere. I wasn't necessarily referring to money, Mr. Wayne.
Boom! She's just hanging on to the freaking wing.
Well, believe it or not,
that would have been funny.
Alfred, escort Miss Kyle off the plane.
All the luck in securing another flight. Oh, she's Catwoman. She don't need luck, homie.
That's what she says. Thanks, but I don't need luck.
Meanwhile, some guy's terrorizing children.
Back at the warehouse, say, here are your kids, but I hope for your sake you came to collect them alone. Of course I came alone. You think I'm crazy enough to just hear,
where's Bane?
Where's the trigger?
God, he didn't get 2 seconds!
You know he's doing the Christian Bale voice. Where's Bane?
No, I like to picture him with George Clooney's voice because he's the worst.
Hi, I'm Batman. Hi, I'm Bruce Wayne. You can't tell us apart.
I mean, let's be honest. I actually can kind of squint and enjoy Val Kilmer's Batman. There's nothing to enjoy about George Clooney's Batman. Sorry, Tyler.
Doesn't try bat nipples, doesn't try to change his voice at all, nothing.
I'm George Clooney. Oh, classic case of actor being actor in said role. That is the epitome of that. Even he said he was the wrong fit, but he needed the money.
Ooh. I was desperate. I needed the money.
Well, not desperate, but he was money hungry back in his early days. He'd do any role.
Whoa.
I mean, not Sylvester Stallone any role, but
Rocky could still beat up guys when he's 90 in a wheelchair, right?
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the Italian stallion porno.
Whoa.
Oldie but a goodie, and it's actually true. So there you go. The more you know, kiddos. Also not anywhere on the internet anymore, as far as I know. So, have fun with that.
It's no Tommy Lee honking a boat horn, but you know.
Oh, the 90s were weird, man.
A couple of balls down the gob.
Time to get fighting. Some sucker's about to get wrecked.
I know. Batman just comes flying down. Up there, waste him. No, not yet. Not till the kids are cleared. Tim's yelling.
He doesn't even hear me. He's a demon hell-bent on shock and pain.
It's like, Tim, go get those kids. Don't scream out, no, not the kids, because maybe the bad guys might be like, oh, hey, let's take them hostage again. Yeah, because Gene Paul's just going through Bane's guys. And
not Bird! Anybody but Bird!
Yeah, man, a couple of them darts right in his chest. And I helped train him.
I liked Bird. Rude! Bird was the best thing about these issues.
And I helped train him, show him the ropes. He's gone way beyond.
Tim, calm down. You and your ego need to calm down.
He's gone way beyond my tricks in the whole new nasty bag. That's right. These three mugs don't stand a chance, eh? Oh, he even takes out the bird. The actual bird, yeah.
Exactly. Like, we don't do that in this house. How dare you? Like, you can't kill the dog and you can't kill the bird. Like, what are you doing?
Batman's
Does the dog die? That is an actual website. Use it.
Batman takes out the three goons and the actual wingman.
Oh, get out, Kona! Kona, come get your friend.
Suck it, Lilith.
Not even with 30 backup mugs and an aviary from hell. But yeah.
Nice use of the word aviary.
They're fancy.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, he's just pummeling them with them metal gloves, man.
I feel like they made a toy version of that.
I know they did the full armor, but I don't know if they did one with just the gloves.
Yeah, like Hulk Fist. I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I love Gene Paul holding Bird. Where's Bane? Tim, can't you see he's out of it? You knocked all three of them in the next Tuesday, and they'll be lucky to talk by Wednesday. Seriously.
Tim is such a dork. He's such a dork.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know. Gene Paul's like, yeah, basically is threatening an unconscious guy.
And that's how you know he's really losing his marbles, see?
And what's with the Gonzo Blitzkrieg bit?
Exactly.
What's with those kids? Were never in danger, Rob, and I saw you coming before I made my move. Knew you'd get to them while all the
No, you didn't. Shut up.
I know. Oh, Tim, that you were counting on me too, and you complained your former partner never gave you enough responsibility.
Oh, the mind games of it all! Just the mind games of it all. That I will give you 1 point, sir. You get 1 point.
Now you can't handle it. I can handle it, but it's no buts, Robin. It's a new game now with no time or room for kid gloves.
Damn.
As blood is just coming off one of them claws.
Bro, like I said, he gets 1 point for the master mental manipulation of a 16-year or 12-year-old, however the hell old he is. I don't know.
Probably
13, he's like Normie. He's as old as the story requires him to be.
Yep. He says kid gloves. Speaking of those things, aren't they a lot more Azrael than Bat?
Exactly. This is your here. If you didn't see the first sign, this might be your first sign.
Here's your sign. And then he hears the cops coming. You called the police? That was stupid, Robin. A mockery of everything we're supposed to do.
We're trying to work with the cops here. I thought that's what we were still doing.
I was going to say, so what was Gene Paul going to do? Either let Bane's guys lay there and die or lay there and get away eventually? What was he going to do?
Again, not the brightest bulb in the box, not the sharpest tool in the shed. But he can fill out a bat suit, apparently.
Whoa, Lilith. He's getting the whole thing backwards. Even if he was right, even if he is good enough to know he'd pull it off without endangering the kids, it's not good enough. Oh, because one way or another, he's going to crash. He's going to crash into Bane himself. Whoa. The monster.
Foreshadowing?
They're going to crash into each other?
Hey-o!
Who is this? Lilith? Oh, look, there he is doodling in the cave again.
Diddly-diddly-diddly-doo! Exactly.
Bruce. Oh, Jean Paul. Bruce has gone with Alfred on some sort of trip.
A trip? Where's Harold?
He told me to move in. Where's Harold? I don't know. I didn't touch him.
Ace?
No idea. Yes. Nobody wants to be in that cave with Jean Paul. You all right, Jean Paul? I'm fine. Sorry we had to argue like that.
You know who? I really feel like they modeled this guy after the kid from Cobra Kai. I don't know, like, just as douchey and smarmy and as blonde as he wanted to be. Like, I don't know. Changed my mind.
Sweep the leg, Jean Paul.
Hello? Yes! Except for he wins that time.
Fuck it, Lilith.
So meanwhile, Alfred.
But no, I just mean, Harold, like, hid in that cave, man. He wanted nothing to do with Jean Paul the whole time.
I know. It was kind of weird. But weird foreshadowing is weird.
And, and Jean Paul's working on radical designs for that bat suit, because, issue 500 is coming.
Issue 500 and the toys. The humanity of it all.
In 2 more episodes before the bat, issue 500 is coming. We need a gimmick.
I mean, honestly, though, that's the one thing, like, about back in the day Batman. He didn't need a gimmick. He just sold on the strength of the brand and being a good character. And I think that's really what's been sadly lost in a lot of the DC heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Gimme. And Spider-Man is starting to suffer from it as well.
Yeah.
Gimme. Ka-ching, cash grab. We haven't used that cash grab button in a long time.
It's implied. I mean,
at this point, it's just implied. Just assume.
Who doesn't know that at this point?
The poor sweet kids that are just getting into comic books, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. But Tim just thinking, Alfred didn't mention it, Trip.
Nobody wants to talk to you anymore, Tim. You're a whiny little baby. Get the heck.
Oh, my. And then back on the plane, Alfred's like, the bathroom's locked. Oh, look, it's Selena. Sorry, it was an emergency. I just had to use the facilities.
Love it.
Oh, my Lord. And look at that.
Guess I must have fallen asleep.
I know. Look at that last panel, man. I must have fallen asleep. I mean, a couple...
Unnecessary butt shot is unnecessary?
Well, again, is she trying to keep them from tossing her from that plane? Because, I mean...
Exactly.
A couple more inches, I swear that butt would be right in Bruce Wayne's face.
I think that was probably the original panel. They were like, This isn't a Black Label, but
Well, in Mr. Wayne, the top half works fine, doesn't it?
Nobody tell Rob. Meanwhile, Tim gets a note.
Oh, yeah. He's looking for his dad, finally.
I know.
It's Tim, are you awake, Dad? And then there's a note, Timothy, have faith, lad. We will find him. Take care of Jean Paul, Alfred.
Not even Bruce. Alfred left the damn note.
I'm in a wheelchair. Leave me alone.
No excuses, Batman.
So if I were Tim, I'd be like, wait, what happened to my dad? What?
Exactly.
No details? What?
See, this is why this is why cell phones were invented. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So you don't get an awkward note. One of those Dear John notes. By the time you read this note, I'll be gone.
Even if they were going to call him, they're not going to call him at this point. Cause right now, it's like that scene from the first Iron Man movie. I mean, Selena's on that pole, dancing on the pole already. I mean, Bruce and Alfred are just sitting there drinking. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, 500's a big deal, but like at least they're there's not like 1,000 tie-ins leading up to 500. It's just this story still. So small saving graces.
And I mean, I know they had a lot more story to tell, but I think it's just weird that like the 500th issue of Batman, I think Bruce Wayne's like on one page of it, and the rest is just Jean Paul.
Rude.
It's like not even a backup story, nothing with Bruce. Come on.
Bruce and Selena in the bathroom. Something. Give the kids something.
Oh, I think. Oh, we don't see Selena again. Well, I mean, if you're reading Catwoman at this time, you'll see her. But I think, after 500, I think we see Bruce again in that Justice League Task Force issue, and like him and Alfred even just throw out one line. Oh, Miss Cow just disappeared once we hit the ground. Well, yeah, she got what she wanted.
Exactly. Like a cat in the night. Bye, Felicia. I mean, Selena.
Hey, she's like, hey, my book's still going.
Ooh, burn. I will say that is one of the nicer things about DC. You always have at least 3 like kind of female titles at any given time.
And it's Catwoman's 80th anniversary. I mean, give her the year at least. Come on.
I don't know. I say 2021 is actually just 2020 redo. We just pretend like this was a lost year and just do 21 as 20. Screw it. We deserve it, guys.
Seriously.
But on that note, I thought that this story was kind of oddly dialogue driven, which is like not really the case when, a certain someone's under that cape and cowl. So I guess I kind of appreciated that change of pace. But Tim's got to stop whining. He's got to stop whining.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't take it.
I mean, this one even more than the next issue, I think, are just like this one. It was even more set up for 500. Mm-hmm. Because the Detective Comics, I don't think is even as much set up as this, and it comes right before it. But.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it's a lot of talky, but it's one of those like basically penultimate issues,
Oh yeah.
Take a drink.
You're basic.
Pretty much.
But before we get to Batman 500, the next episode we're covering Detective Comics 666.
Boom!
Jean Paul Bane.
One of my other favorite numbers.
I know. Oh, Jean Paul and Bane. Of course he gets 666.
I think that was the point. Honestly, I think that was the point.
Without a doubt.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Gotham is a hellhole. Changed my mind.
Yeah, more brutal beatdowns next episode.
Yes, finally we get some more action. Like I do feel like I thought maybe that was the point of having someone else, under the cape and cowl, is like we get more like gruesome action, but we only get it in like a couple of scenes instead of like a nonstop, ominous, menacing threat,
Yes.
Like they're really not ratcheting up that factor enough for me to justify somebody else being under that cape and cowl. Do you know what I mean? To give me something different.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have him, the whole thing with Bane, and then it's like, oh, maybe this guy can do it, and then that's when it gets all dark and twisted.
I know. It's just like, ooh, I don't really like somebody else unless it's Dick Grayson under the cape and cowl, so you're not doing yourself any favors.
I know.
That's all.
I'm here for Dick.
Yes, sir.
That's how Lilith enters every room,
I'm here for Dick.
Oh, I'm gonna toss an idea because I was just like going through like all my Batman stuff, just kind of organizing it and getting it out of the way because y'all know how I feel about current state of DC. And I realized that there was a show that was supposed to come out probably like almost 10 years ago now, or a little over 10 years, called Gotham High, because I know that book is out, but it's not the same, so I was confused. But we should talk about it because it's really interesting, because I think it kind of is what DC Superhero Girls kind of sort of turned into, but not really.
Okay.
So if we ever have room in the schedule, maybe even on Comic Capers or something, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I'll have to read that.
Batman.
Of course.
Batman in high school.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
All right, so
nobody tell the CW though.
Wow.
What the F?
All right, so is that it on this one?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's help Michelle Gray and get some tweaked audio.
All right.
And
Well,
read the book. Volume 1.
I don't even have to do it now. No, I was gonna bring up the schedule because yes, so after the 2 Stargirls, 2 Before the Bats, we're back on schedule. So it'll be a Legends of the Arrowverse and Batman alternating. So yeah, so next week we'll get Flash 107, followed by Detective 666, followed by Flash.
Get wrecked.
Followed by Flash 108, and then, of course, Batman 500. So, yes, join us for all of that, you DC fans. But, all 2 of you. Anyway, they've alienated everyone. So, I don't know. No. I know DJ Nick said he's been loving our Knightfall coverage, so. What's up, DJ Nick?
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, it's a great story, but like, I don't know. I feel like I thought it might be like I would like it better bingeable, but I think that wait, it's kind of like, you know, old school like TV watching, that wait in between where you could speculate and, you know what I mean? I think that the first time that I was reading this was kind of a better read than binging it. It's like one of those rare exceptions, I think.
Maybe, yeah. I remember thinking, what's going to happen next? All right, so as Lil said, send us your thoughts on this, on the Flash stuff, all of it. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Before the Bat on Facebook, Twitter. Follow all of our stuff. The YouTube, go subscribe. The Patreon, merch, all of it. All in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Where did I hear that before? Hunt-A-Killer, Pod Life the Book, Volume 1, now in digital and paperback. Shut up, Lil.
Don't forget those codes.
That's right. Use code Southgate for the Tweaked and the Hunt-A-Killer. Get yourself a nice little discount. Remember, it's all Southgate. And because when you go on Amazon, use the code for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Doesn't affect you, but helps support our show, the network, and that pumped up maniac Rob, Master Doom, Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom.
Yeah.
Come on, Phil, say Gotham.
No. Lilith.
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. If you're on Instagram with the cool kids and the hip grandparents, find me at Lilith Hellfire 86 or at Lilith Hellfire 69.
It's got a hair trigger.
That's what Selena said.
Shut up and let me enjoy this.
That's what Bruce Wayne was saying.
Shut up, Alfred.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. Again, come back next time for The Flash, and then in 2 weeks, Detective Comics 666. It's going to be a devil of a time.
Oh! South Dakota!
You too. And look for me around the internet soon with guest appearances on Infinite Night, the Moon Knight podcast, and another guest appearance on Happiness and Darkness, the superhero movie podcast. I'm on all the podcasts. Suck it, Ray. Same bad time, same bad channel. Keep the little.
Gotham!